Honorable Chief Guest, respected staff members, and all my dear friends who have gathered for this webinar on global print education and industry, a dioramic perspective. Put God first and you'll never be last. With the blessings of the Almighty and our beloved founder Aya Avargal, let's start our session with a prayer song by Miss D. Abhirami of Final BE Printing Technology.
ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवम् उपास्महे.
A very good afternoon, everyone. With the blessings of Almighty, our founder, Padma Bhushan Dr. T.S. Avinashlingam Ayyavargal, and our late Padma Shri P.R. Krishnakumar. So from past 1 week, we are organizing a series of sessions on different topics. Like last week, we had a session on xerography and digital printing presses by Konika Minalta. And now we are coming with another interesting session on global print education. Our Managing Trustee, Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Director, and Dean have shared their blessings to us to the wonderful session. And now, we'll welcome our Honorable Chief Guest of today's session, Mr. Ahmad Mughira Narhani, the President of Indonesian Print Media Association. We heartily welcome you, sir.
Now, our HOD ma'am, Dr. TKS Lakshmi Priya ma'am, will give a short report about the department.
Mr. Mugi, your friend has come, I believe. Shall we introduce him?
Okay, that's Mr. Alfon. He's the chairman of the Indonesian Print Media Association for the province of Banten.
Province. So, Mr. Alfon, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
We belong to Avinashi Lingam Institute for Home Science and Higher Education for Women. It's a deemed to be university in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Our founder, Thiru T.S. Avinashi Lingam, was a Padma Bhushan. He was the first education minister of Madras Presidency, that is during the Free India time. He introduced several educational reforms during his period. He started the Sri Ramakrishna Mission Vidyalaya, an educational institution exclusively for men in 1930. At that time, Gandhi himself came for laying the foundation, and you can see the photo there. Even before Gandhi initiated the education and empowerment of the deprived community, Aya Avargal started his venture into empowering the deprived community. This Ramakrishna Mission Vidyalaya that he started was handed over to the Ramakrishna Mission after Aya Avargal. And during Aya's tenure, he wanted to empower women as well. So in 1957, he started Avinashi Lingam Trust Educations exclusively for women. The School of Engineering, started in 1996, comes under the Avinashi Lingam Deemed University. And since then, we are offering BE, an engineering program in printing technology. It's a 4-year undergraduation program. We are also offering PhD, and all these exclusively for women. Recently, the university received rank 1 among the women institutions under the UGC for Atal ranking of institutions on innovation achievement, ARIA Award 2020. This ARIA Award was for innovation achievement, and the contribution from the Department of Printing Technology towards this achievement are 3 patents. The patents for the design of a screen printing machine, tabletop, handmade, manual, and another tabletop die cutting machine, manual, and a multi-purpose design of a package. Apart from 3 patents, we also have numerous innovative projects, and we promote internship. These are all our contribution towards the ARIA Award. The Department of Printing students regularly win awards, and one of them is the OPA Print Wonders Award by one batch of students who designed the printed electronics greeting card, a novel idea which got them a special award under the students category. So these are the 3 students whose photos are put up here, and the students got a 50,000 cash award, which they wanted to partly contribute to the department. They contributed 10,000 out of this, and Monoprint, a company in Chennai, contributed 10,000, and 20,000 worth of the card cutter was donated by the students recently. These students have graduated and they are now working. The recently graduated students, one batch, received the Best Project Award in the department for their project title, Investigating the Extent of Pollutants from the Press Waste and Identifying a Treatment Means for it. They basically took the cloth that was used for cleaning the ink and other chemicals in the press room, recycled it, and showed that it could be reused, an eco-friendly means, and for which they recently got a Best Project Award. There are several other awards that our students have been getting regularly, and one of them is the G7 certification by Ms. Navina, apart from the other awards. Many of our students are placed in various sectors, including pre-media, package designing, quality control. They are also into academics. They are teachers in colleges, including our Dr. Arulmali in the same department, in newsprint, in production, and in several other sectors. They take up the role as packaging analyst, vice president operations, quality manager, head of production, and even assistant works manager. They work in government printing presses, in MNCs, both India and abroad. All our passed out students last year have been placed. They have been placed in a pre-media company, and these are the students. Not only do our students achieve, we the faculty also have our achievements. I am personally the co-opted academic member in the All India Federation of Master Printers. Dr. Arulmali and the other faculty members are speakers at various industry seminars and conferences. We have undergone training, including the HP Indigo, for which we have written an article in the Print Week magazine. We undergo training even on site. You can see the SPS training that we had undergone. So those are some of our achievements. With this small introduction, I would like to say that we groom proud printing princesses. We are happy that you are all with us, sir. Thank you very much.
Our Associate Professor, Dr. A. Arulmozhi Ma'am, will introduce our Honorable Speaker of the Day.
Thank you, Monisha. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the today's session, A Global Print Education and Industry, a Dioramic Perspective, a webinar for the students of printing technology. We would like to introduce today's presenter, our international guest, Mr. Ahmed Muhira Nurhani. Sir completed his Bachelor's of Science degree from Economic School, College of Liberal Arts, Oregon State University, Corvallis, Oregon, USA. Sir is the president of Indonesia Print Media Association, PPGI. Sir is also a president and director for 800 companies such as Intermasha Printing and Publish from 1993 onwards, president and director for office furniture manufacturers from 1997 onwards, also chairman for Moody Noteboom Hotel and Residence from 2018 onwards. Mugi sir was introduced to us by our Kamal Chopra sir of Foil Printers, Ludhiana. Mugi sir was an international judge for a mega event, Print Olympia 2018, and a virtual contest held at 2020. He was also judge for an OPA Print Wonder 2020, where our students won 50,000 cash award for printed electronics project. We would like to hear from you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you for Professor Laxmi Priya, who has been invited me to speak in this very, very honorable event in front of all the students from Avinashilingam University for Women. Also like to thank for, Professor Arul. It was very nice introduction for me. Thank you very much. So, student, let me share the screen first. This is my first time I give a presentation in front of a student, but 100% of women. But I hope I'm not going to be nervous for the rest of the presentation. Republic, let me introduce first about Indonesia. Republic of Indonesia is the largest population and territory in Southeast Asia. I know as compared to India, we are nothing. We just small, maybe only one quarter of the Indian population. We have a 261 million population, and the size of the country is almost 2 million square kilometers. But we have more island compared to India. We have more sea because we have about 13,000 islands. So there's about more than 300 ethnic groups with almost 700 languages. This is about Indonesia. Okay, this is Indonesia. We have Indian Ocean on the south side. It's not far from India actually. It's only 5-hour flight from Jakarta to New Delhi. So let me introduce first Jakarta. Jakarta is the capital city of Indonesia, located in Java Island. Jakarta is the home of 12 million people. It's quite a big country. That's the picture on the right side. That's the picture of the gloomy Jakarta in the evening. And there's several pictures like this is the traditional West Java dances, and the other one is from East Java. Yeah, Indonesia actually have a long story in the past with Indian traders. We use the currency, we call it rupiah. It came, I believe, from India, rupee. We in Indonesia, we name it rupiah. That's the currency we have. This is the famous island of the world. I think Professor Laxmi already came here to Bali, visiting the island of we call it the island of goddess because a lot of temples and a lot of also beaches, sand, and a lot of tourism in Bali. Okay. I like to show you also this is Borneo Island. It's one of the largest island in the world. It's the famous for the forest, rainforest, the largest, one of the largest rainforests in the world, and also the home of orangutan. Orangutan is the only primate in the world that live in Borneo Island. This is the eastern side of Indonesia. It's just above north of Australia. We call it West Papua. It's also beautiful beautiful island with a lot of small island. One of the island they call it Raja Ampat is the most beautiful place if you like to dive. Okay, let me talk about the Indonesian economics. Indonesian gross domestic product, or based on the purchasing power parity, is about 3.492 trillion US dollar, which per capita is about 13,162 US dollar. Main export is palm oil, coal briquettes, paper, and many plantation products. In Indonesia, we have the largest paper manufacturers in Southeast Asia. Company like Sinarmas, APP, Asia Pulp and Paper, and Rio Andalan Pulp and Paper. The capacity of paper production in Indonesia is about 12 million tons per annum. Now let me introduce this organization, Indonesia Print Media Association, or we call it in Indonesia is Persatuan Perusahaan Grafika Indonesia. In abbreviation is PPGI. The organization established on the, since 7 November 1974. Our members mainly gather in offset printers, mostly books and magazine printers. Now, the company who registered in the association is about 941 companies, spread in 23 branches all over Indonesia. The most printing company is located in Java Island because Java Island is the main central island in Indonesia with the population, about more than 60% of the Indonesian population live in Java Island. If we compare to India, with if I believe in India they have about 215,000 printing company. In Indonesia, we have about 26,000 licensed company for small print shop up to big company. In Indonesia, we consider a big printing company is if they have a sheet fed machine and web machine, but it's not more than 100 company all over Indonesia. In Indonesia, printing market is based on the business association. This market and the association has been made by the Ministry of Industry. There's about 4 associations in printing in Indonesia. One is Indonesian Print Media Association, or PPGI, which is belong to us. The member are the print of books, magazine, and commercial printing. And the second one is Indonesian Packaging Federation. In Indonesia, we call it FPI, the Federasi Pengemasan Indonesia. The member mostly is packaging companies, from the lithographer and also the offset printers. And there's also Association for Corrugated Boxes Indonesia. I forgot the name of the abbreviation, but this they mostly produce the corrugated boxes. The fourth one is the Association of Security Printing Indonesia. We call it Aspersindo. It's very limited organization for security printing. Only 50 companies. One company belong to government, which is the money printing money printer company is belong to government. The second one is also the state-owned printers for document and everything. The rest they can do printing for security printing, like yeah, many kind of security printing, checkbook, something like that. Indonesia printing market. I took the market because I got only the 2 years ago data is from PIRA from 2018. Indonesian market size for printing market is about 14.5 billion US dollar. It's very small compared to the Asian printing market, which is 427.5 billion. I believe India have more multiple size of the market for printers. We are number 5 after China, Japan, India, South Korea, number 6 actually, and Taiwan. But we have a very big market for ourselves. We have a market for textbooks for school children. It's about 50 million students, 52 million students actually, from elementary level to high school level. I will explain it later. Okay, this is the textbooks. So every year, actually in Indonesia, we have to print about 400 million school textbooks. That's the most major order for us. This is the target and the goal for our organization, and has been working together with the Ministry of Industry. The government of Indonesia, through Ministry of Industry, has a goal to improve the human resources of printing companies by working together with the Business Association. Starting last year, 2019, the Ministry of Industries give a budget for association, especially for Indonesia Print Media Association, to develop and train the printers operator and student from Graphic Vocational School. Last year, we already start the first training for printer and vocational student, has been done in Yogyakarta. We also used the training, for the first time we used the training method we used the Synapse print simulation software for the first time. So we have a target within next 5 years, the PPGI will certify 70% of all 4-color offset printers operator. So in the near future, the government will impose a law that all the printing material from government have to be printed with the printing company who have worker that has certificate from the organization. Closing remarks. If we're talking about today, today all the printers in Indonesia are suffering from the COVID-19 pandemic. I believe it's not only Indonesia, but all over the world. We make calculation with the Ministry of Industry. Only 30% of printing companies are still running during pandemic era, which most of them are operating under 50% of capacity. That's because the demand for the order is decreasing, and also we have to follow the health protocol. The factory still can running, but only 50% of the employee can in the facilities. So many companies they make shifting, and they have to reduce their worker in the factory. I believe the printing business will be back normal sometimes in the middle of next year. Even though this coming December, we will start printing for election. There's gonna be election in more than 200 regions. Indonesia have about 600 regions. So 200 regions, they will elect their leader, their region. So we're gonna have election together in December 2020. For the student of Avinasi Lingam University, I give a message that future offset printing I think is in packaging. And for offset printing, most of the offset printing have to become hybrid printers, which means combining between offset printers and digital printers. The need for print on demand books, print on demand for books will be more in the near future. It's going to be more efficient. Like now, with we work together with the Indonesian Publisher Association, how to make digital book, but we also provide print on demand books. We're working together because with the print on demand, the publishers will save more money. They don't have to print with the minimum units, but they can. They don't need to have a storage to stock the book and everything. So they're gonna work together with the printers in all over Indonesia. So student, be creative and never give up, because printing is never die. This is the training for operator machine last year. We're supposed to have another training this year, but since COVID, we cancel all the training for this year. Maybe starting again next year. Thank you very much.
What language do you print your textbooks in?
Oh, we have an Indonesian language. It's a Bahasa Indonesia. It's almost the same as Malay language.
What are all the trainings given to the students through your association?
Okay. So our association actually, we mainly focus on the business. That's why if we have a training like last year that I presented before, 70% come from the business, from the operator, assistant operator. We train them to become more skilled. But we also give space for students from the vocational school for printing. It's about 30% because our members is the companies that we have more concentrating in company. So the training, but on the other hand, a lot of the printing company give opportunity for all vocational school from printer school for printing student to work like a job training in the company. In my company itself, every year I accepting about 30 to 40 students to work as a training in the facilities. That's before the pandemic.
Thank you, sir. Question from Ilakya Shri. In Indonesia, for currency printing, what are the security aspects are used and the type of printing used?
Okay. I just know a little bit about the security printing, but mostly for the money, they use the intaglio and everything, some kind of difficult machine that I can understand. But mostly in Indonesia, for the security printing, we use the security paper. Security paper can be purchased only by security printing company. Also the security inks, like the invisible ink, everything can be purchased only by security printing company. And but for offset printers like us, sometimes if the customer require like security option, we can only give a microtext. That's the only the top line of the minimum security print that we can give. Okay, next.
Thank you, sir. Next question is from Arunika. During this pandemic, as you said, only 30% of the companies are working. Is there any strategies followed by them, sir?
Yeah. Now it's a lot of, because the situation is very, very difficult. So the company who closed down the factory and laid off the employee now, some of them, they give unpaid leave, but some of them they still pay the salary, but only about 30% to 50%. But we get help from the government. Government gives subsidies for all workers every month. They give the money, 600,000 rupiah. It's about $40 a month. And also the government give, during the pandemic, they give the the social aid by giving food for the whole family in the countries. So of course the treatment for, if the people of Indonesia, they get COVID, all the medical benefit is covered by government. So in the future, we still work together with the Ministry of Industry. We trying to help the company by asking soft loan, because maybe the Minister of Industry can push the bank of the regulator of the financial regulator in Indonesia to give a special interest rate if the printing company want to start again next year after the pandemic. They give a very soft loan to purchase a new machine, something like that. Okay,
Thank
next.
you, sir. Next question is from Durga. Sir, will the women work in printing industries in Indonesia? If yes, in what domains?
If I talk about 20 years ago, a very few women work in the printing company, especially in the printing department. But in front office, like in the PPC, the production planning control, in design, in the film making, or the CTP, there's a lot of women. 20 years ago, I do have a production manager, a woman. I think the first woman to become production manager in Indonesia. She graduated from vocational school in graphics technology, but that was 20 years ago. Yeah. So now, most women students, they like to become designer, I believe. I never see any woman working on the machinery as an operator. But handwork, yes, for bindery. A lot of Indonesian printing companies before used a woman to make collating, and also for the gluing, something like manual gluing, they use a woman for that. And even for make a hardcover, for manual hardcover, mostly done by a woman. But now in Indonesia, mostly the women students, they prefer to work in design, in designing.
Would Mr. Alphon be able to share? Shall we call him? Would he be able to? Will he be willing to say something in general?
Sorry, my English isn't good enough. Maybe just skip this one.
Okay, yeah, we'll fix.
Alphon, kemarin packaging masih jalan terus Pak Alphon?
Masih. Yes, still running.
Okay.
Packaging and labeling.
Packaging, offset packaging. Compare to books, dengan buku Pak Alphon, sekarang banyak buku atau packaging?
Mostly packaging and labeling, because the growth of internet and deep print on demand, the label sticker gitu. Mostly they need that one. But it prints mostly in digital printing, not offset. In offset, they will go to narrow web printing, because they need roll to roll.
Today, during the pandemic, this also I forgot to mention about the creativity of Indonesian people. Now they're selling their own food production from home. So a lot of housewives, they make their food selling by internet, by Instagram, they selling by Facebook, by WhatsApp communities and everything. And they packing and they order the label from the digital printing.
Yes.
And then by the courier is common. I think from 10 houses, maybe 7 houses, they're selling the product now. From like Professor Lavi said, coriander, everything, powder, something. They from coffee, they make their own coffee, they make the special traditional food, and they're selling through social media. Yeah.
Yes. Because of that, mostly digital printing get more demand.
Or demand?
But for industrial, still narrow web printing.
Narrow web printing. Okay.
Thank you, sir. This is the right moment to share our gratitude for our chief guest, Ahmed sir. Uh, he gave a wide and crisp about Indonesia, and we had a virtual visit for Indonesia and explained about print association and in printing industries in Indonesia, shared their strategies with goals, targets and goals, and he advised for students to be creative and never give up. These are golden words. We'll get it, sir.
Thank you very much.
This is the right moment to share our gratitude. First of all, I thank the Almighty and our beloved founder, Padma Bhushan Avinash Lingam Ayya Avarhal, for giving us a chance and a wonderful place of wisdom. I also thank our late Chancellor Padma Shri P.R. Krishna Kumar ji, who worked for our future and welfare. And also special thanks to Managing Trustee Anna Avagal for helping our department in various aspects. I wish to extend my gratitude towards our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Premavati Vijayan, Registrar Dr. S. Kausalya ma'am for providing this opportunity to excel in our stream. I also thank our Director Rajarao sir and our Dean of Engineering, Dr. S. Maragadam madam, for providing this platform like online webinars even in this pandemic situations. I would like to take this opportunity to record our hearty thanks to Mr. Ahmed Muhira Nuharni, honored with President of Indonesia Print Association for sharing his knowledge about print education and industry, and feeling grateful for spending his valuable time to segregate the dioramic perspective for our students. I would like to extend my gratitude and love to our Dr. T.K.S. Lakshmi Priya Madam, Head of the Department of Printing Technology, for offering this wonderful opportunity to get linked with international industry peoples in concern with our future. My sincere thanks to all my staff members and my dear fellow mates to make this program a grand success with your support and coordination. And thanking you all.
A special word of thanks to Mr. Alphon for joining us today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You are welcome. Thank you very
Soon
much.
again in the near future. Professor Arul, thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. A wonderful session today. A virtual visit to Indonesia. Thank you so much.
Just let me know if you come to Indonesia.